Hallo und herzlich willkommen, greetings and welcome to Hazard in the third stage of the final summer tournament. I'm your host NightDarkWolf and I'm joined by CoreData.
Hello.
Today is the third stage, but the fourth stream. It is November 8th. The stream has been pushed a week later because it was holidays last Saturday, so we wouldn't have been able to stream it because I wasn't at computer. We will have 3 other streams yet on December 6th, January 3rd, and January 31st.
So we are moving on to the third stage of competition here. This is going to be the preset curve competition. We've already seen Challenge Champion and the mid-BM mirrors. So the next stage will be the favorite stage, which every player will bring one deck that they favor, obviously. Then we have the normal stage, which is a standard best of 5 conquest. Finally, we have the finals, which I do believe is a best of 11.
Yes, obviously, because something special needs to happen for the finals. And what is you haven't seen yet? A best of 11. That's right.
Yeah,
8 decks going to win with the rest.
Yeah, your standard best of 11, chat. Okay. Anyway, so for the preset curve today, we are going to be looking at the aggro curve. So this is what the players were asked to build to. So all decks must conform exactly to this curve. That means every single player has to bring a deck with 11 1-drops, 14 2-drops, 13 3-drops, 9 4-drops, and 3 5-drops.
A bit of lore about this curve. I posted 3 versions on the Discord. It didn't have to be an aggro curve. But as we know the players, they obviously chose the aggro curve. So we are here building for this aggro curve, although you don't have to build aggro decks, as you will see in my case. Now, before looking at the deck lists, let's also look at our bracket for today. This is the starting bracket. Everything has been seeded randomly for the first round. We will look at Core, Smash versus Stoker, and then Meg versus Rospidol. And then for the second round, players with a 1-0 score will match each other, and players with a 0-0 score will match each other. We'll watch one 1-0 and one 0-0 match from this round. And then in the third round, the 2 players with 2-0 will match each other, and then the players with 1-1 match each other, and then the players with 0-2 will match each other, and we will watch the 2-0 and the 0-2 match. Now remember that this is the third stage of the tournament, which means that after this stage we will say goodbye to the bottom 2 players. As you can see right now, at 8th place we see me with 0 points. And then comes Ares with 15, Nocturnal with 20, Toker, Megacat, CoreData with 25, and Desert with 30, and then Rospidol with 35. So even if I get 25 points this round, Ares has to be exactly 1-2, and Nocturnal has to be 0-3 for me to play a tiebreaker with Ares. Otherwise, I'm out, which means I'm out because I'm not going to go 3-0, and especially not with my deck. But the player with 3-0 will get 25 points, 2-1 will give you 15, 1-2, 10, and the 0-3 gains 0.
So moving on to the deck list, first up we have Rospidol, and Ross I think was responsible for one of the most interesting deck lists in this in this stage rather, bringing a, I guess the best way to describe this is a mid-range spell sword, which is very funny to think about when you consider the curve is identical for every player. But this is, I think, as close to mid-range as you can get when, like, sticking to the constraints of this curve. It's a super interesting deck list, bringing a bunch of very powerful card draw and 1-drops in the form of Pathfire Scout, as well as Iliac Sorcerer. 3 copies of Mudcrab Merchant give you a little bit of card advantage as well. Necromancer helps you loop them over again. And then you curve up to Emperor's Blade and Hide Fender, as well as Edict of Azura to give you solid removal on the back end of your large stat lines. Just a super interesting build overall. Next up, we have Endozoa. Endo has brought an aggressive aggro crusader. So this is not necessarily a token crusader. This version leans more heavily on just straight up aggro units, leaning on things like Relentless Raider to help you push damage through, as well as using Orc Clan Captain, while also using Raiding Party to help generate a couple of charging threats, curving up to the 3 copies of Divine Fervor and the 1 copy Mercenary Captain, opting to not go yellow heavy, doesn't have access to Resolute Ally, which means this deck doesn't necessarily have the resilience of a more traditional token version of the deck, but it should be far more explosive and have much faster openings than the token version of this deck. Next up, we have myself, and I, of course, also brought Crusader. However, I am on the other side of the fence to Endozoa. I decided to bring Heavy Token Crusader. This is a deck I am intimately familiar with. This is pretty much an exact carbon copy of a deck I play a lot on ladder, barring I had to swap 2 cards to match the curve constraint, and that was ditching 2 4-drops for 2 1-drops. Other than that, this is a 90% exact list from something I play all the time, so this is a deck I'm very, very comfortable with. You're looking to land cheap 1-drops, your scouting patrols and your marked men on turn 1, and basically snowball the board through buffs with the 3 copies of Resolute Ally, 3 copies of Mercenary Captain, and 3 copies of Divine Fervor. An incredibly powerful list. Also packing a lot of removal in this list with the 3 copies of Execute as well as Grizzly Gourmet, on top of 3 Cloudrest Illusionist, means in this aggro-centric stage, the removal is going to be very, very powerful. Just a very, very solid list, and a list like I said, I'm super comfortable with. Next up, we have Mag Gacket, and Mag Gacket has brought a Strike Monk. This is a super fun list looking to lean on Darkmane as one of the best 2-drops in the game, utilizing things like Swift Strike and Monk Strike to get the move triggers off Darkmane, and then aiming to seal games up with Apex Predator. Super interesting list. I was expecting a lot more Move Monk and like Aggro Monk in general. However, I do believe that Mag Gacket was the only player to bring Monk to this. No, I'm wrong. He's not the only player to bring Monk, but he is the only player bringing the Strike package. Next up, we have City Talker, and as you would expect, City Talker's on something a little bit out there. This is Shackle Assassin, but this is low curve Shackle Assassin. So yeah, basically aiming to use Dres Tormentor to control the board alongside Giant Snake, as well as a plethora of shackle tools, things like Iron the Knee, Depot Trapper, and the like. Super interesting list. Again, it's a typical City Talker deck, very out there, very, very niche. A lot of interesting ideas in here, so I'm very interested to see how this one will pan out. Then we have Nocturnal on the other monk list in this stage. This is a more aggressive token monk style deck, looking to use things like Brotherhood Suspect and Markman to take control of the board early, and then curving up into things like Mountain Lion and Pit Lion to give you big stats as well as a little bit of mana cheating on the Mountain Lion, and then aiming to close out games using things like Cliff Racer, Anasi, and Monk Strike. Then we have Aros. Aros is on a very fun build of Crusader. This is Math Crusader. For those of you not familiar, this is a very, very fun combo deck. Essentially, you're looking to use Nord Firebrands alongside cards like Stru's Strategist, as well as buff stacking to kill your opponent from hand, more or less. Super interesting deck. Very, very difficult to pilot optimally. So I'm very interested to see how this one works out in this stage. And then we have NightDarkWolf, who has brought something completely off the wall. This is Nimira's Shrine Skeever Infestation Archer. I have no words for this. This is a this is a deck that you can in theory play. Yeah,
It matches the curve.
Yes, it does match the curve, and that's about all I can say about this. This is an absolute abomination.
You know why it matches the curve?
Is this what the curve was built off of?
Yes!
Oh god.
So there was 3 decks that I sent you. The first curve was for this. I knew that you were going to pick this one because this was aggressive. The second curve, there was a single 7+ cost card there, you know, but it was Abomination Scout with the Journey. And I don't even remember what was the third. But you can thank the curve for this one.
I vaguely remember the third curve being something related to a very bad build of mid-range Battle Mage.
I will have to check. Wait a minute. Okay, the third curve would have been for another shrine deck. It topped at 3, had 3 forecast cards, 3 shrines, and that was it. It was Skeever's shrine. So yes, I knew that I'm already out of the game, so I decided to have fun this stage. And everyone else suffered. Oh man, this will be glorious. So after looking at the deck lists, let's start with the first match between CoreData and City Talker.
As you can get in the game here, opening hand, I do not believe mulligans have been resolved yet, but the opening... Oh no, they have. Opening hand for Talker is Dres Renegade, Warcrafter, Shadow Shift, and a Giant Snake. Opening hand for myself was Scouting Patrol, Resident Ally, Priest of the 8, and House Girl. So we do have a pretty good turn to Priest of the 8 here, if I want to take it. Also have Resolute Ally. but this is likely just going to be a Priest of the 8 in Shadow. Or potentially Field to try and fight the ward. Do choose to go Shadow, because I want to try and get the max value out of this Resolute Ally next turn, finding a Bloom Profiteer off the top, getting in for 2.
You also have
Shadow Shift.
Housecarl, so if you want to, you can just Break Ring, go Housecarl next turn.
Yeah, I think that's likely the play here. Particularly now with the Shadow Shift coming out, I think this is just Ring Housecarl and Field. Oh, I do go for Ally. Okay, no, never mind. Okay, I'm not that stupid.
It's good that you still know what you will do in these scenarios.
Yeah. No, I mean, it makes a lot of sense to just take Field Lane after the Shadow Shift has come out. As we see Dress Tormentor come out. So at this point, I am like fairly aware that I'm likely looking at Shackle next turn with the Tormentor. So we're going to see a Profiteer come down.
The unfortunate thing would be a Giant Snake.
Which we do know he has. I do just choose to take the card draw here with the Housecarl. Snake does come down. Yeah, cleans up 2 creatures. Moon Bishop off the top. We have Crusader here, so I can just play Crusader into Shadow Lane if I want. Yeah, go for draw first. Find Pit Line. This is a solid ring Pit Line. One of the interesting things about the deck list I'm playing is I am like one of the only players at this point of the game that is like still running 3 copies of Pit Line in their Tokenizators. If you look at like the other deck lists in the tournament, they're all like on 1 copy, maybe 2 at a push. But I've always been in the camp of 3 Pit Lines is probably correct. Particularly in a deck with like scouting patrol as well as Markman, it's just so powerful to have the turn 2 Pit Line with Ring.
I think you can play the Pit Line because you're playing scouting patrol.
Yeah, well, I have 6.
Markman.
Yeah, I have 6 activators for it, so it makes a lot of sense in this list. As we draw 2, get in for a little bit of chip damage with the Breakthrough. Go Markman, go Riftstane again, just showing breakthrough damage here, particularly with 2 more Crusader Assault and the Dawnbreaker. We can potentially put them into range here. We're going for a Murkwater Shaman. Goes for a Shadow Shift on the Trapper.
It was good that you had the Crusader Assault, because now, well, not all 5 damage were stopped by the 1-2. Unfortunately, he has another one though.
Yeah, it's funny that like probably my first seeded matchup is a potentially horrific matchup for the deck. With all the ward and all the guard. And the fact that the entire game plan is to shackle my my stuff. And I haven't drawn an execute yet, which there is 3 of plus Gourmet in the deck.
Yeah, I was just trying to see if you have executes.
Oh, all 3 copies. Go for a 1/4 Moon Bishop here. This does get neutralized by a curse, but I'm like a-okay if City Toker decides to just drop a curse on the Moon Bishop. I'm fine because it's still about a 6th round to pick up Divine Fervor buffs later on.
So you have the Dawnbreaker and the Assault.
Yeah. Yeah, any unanswered creature is potentially a threat in a deck that wants to stack as many buffs as this Tokenizator does. But City Toker has a Snaketooth Necklace here. Has no shackle to go alongside it, which is great news for me. Well, it has 1 shackle in the form of the Trapper, rather. Curses the Cloud Rest.
He tries to protect the Dress Tormentor, knows that you have so many buffs, so he has to do it.
Yeah. The funny thing about this is, right, this board state looks really bad for me, but you look at the resources in both players' hands.
Crusader's Assault, baby. And Housecarl.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Housecarl, I think, was a criminally underplayed card towards the end. Like, ever since it got changed from a 3/4 to a 3/3, a lot of people, like, stopped playing it. It was still nuts as a 3/3. The amount of card advantage it could generate.
It became a
as we
2-of
see.
card in 50 card decks instead of a 3-of.
Yeah. The version of this deck I was playing on ladder normally had 3 copies. I had to remove one to make the curve work. FGR for Toker, arrow to the knee, clears off the Housecarl.
At least it doesn't have Drain anymore on the Tormentor.
Yes. Snake Tooth Necklace being an until end of turn being very relevant here.
What's the play here? Everything buffs everything.
Yeah, I think the correct play here is just to go 5th Legion, Captain, Resolute Ally. Instead,
You want to play Pit Lion.
go for the Pit Lion line here. Yeah, this way it does threaten to clear off the Shaman. So I mean, it kind of makes sense. It stops them from just like cursing and taking a free trade over the Mercenary Captain and whatnot. Harpy on the Pit Line takes the trade with the Destroying Thief.
Third FGR.
So I have it. Yeah, so Marked Man is pretty good here.
And you have double captains.
Yeah, this is where the deck really starts to put pressure on with the amount of buffs it runs.
Do you play both captains or do you play Crusader's Assault?
I think it's captain. I think it's captain here. Oh, interesting. I do go for the assault. I'm just gonna trust my judgment. I was better at the game back then.
At least sometimes I'm right.
Yeah, and we go Rift Thane. I think. Well, I mean, Scanning Patrol is like more buff efficient, but I think Rift Thane makes a lot more sense here.
It's still more damage.
Yeah.
So you can just Scouting Patrol next turn before playing the captain.
Yeah, like I know there's 2 curses in the hand here, so I know this board is like not the easiest to answer. So Toker can like double curse this this Rift Thane. He can take a trade into the Pit Line with the Tormentor if he wants. Could also arrow to the knee it. Looks like he wants to arrow to knee the defenses, but I think is incorrect. I think you need to maintain the Tormentor at this point.
I think because he has a second Tormentor, he thinks it's fine giving up 1. Because you're a token deck. So outside of the Pit Lions, most of the things, if not everything, dies.
Yeah, I just think having just having the threat of the Tormentor on board is a lot more worth it. As we go for Scouting Party, we go for Captain, we go for Divine Fervor. We're going to take probably a favorable trade here in Shadow Lane and just get in for damage again. Nope, I just ignore Go Face. I've got Dawnbreaker.
You just need one thing to survive, and there is no way he clears all of this.
Again, this just speaks to the resilience of like pure token Crusader. Does have the Giant Snake off the top here, but this is not enough to save him, even with the arrow in the knee to shackle down one of my remaining creatures here.
It looks as if it would be enough, but you have Doombreaker.
Yeah.
And that will make game 1.
A very grindy game 1, mind you.
Well, it was an aggro deck versus a shackle deck. For which the whole existence is to slow down aggros.
As we get into game 2 here. City Tucker is on the ring because I had it in game 1. Opening hand is Profiteer, Housecarl, and Cloudrest. To pitch the Housecarl and the Cloudrest, get back a Profiteer and a Rift Thane. Find a Kiva off the top. Resolute Ally off the top. So you just go for Kiva here. Kiva, one of the best 2-drops in the game. Very, very good. Oh, interesting.
I think because of the Resolute Ally, you're more inclined to go with Rift Thane than Kiva. Because most what City Talker can play for 2 would only have 2 power.
Yeah, Kiva's such a good 2-drop. So now it's a question of, do I Resolute Ally to protect the Profiteer here?
I think if you played the Profiteer instead of the Riftain last turn, then you didn't want it to survive that much, because it seemed like a bait.
Oh, just choosing to maintain the Profiteer here.
Or double FGRs.
Someday I will draw an Execute. Today is not that day. We're just gonna see Profiteer plus Kiva come down here, I would imagine, and just double trade. Yeah.
By the time you draw the Execute, there will be only the Queen Baronzaya left on the board.
Yeah, more than likely, knowing my luck. Yeah, Harpy takes trade, but this Kiva is... It threatens pretty much everything that City Token can play here.
You have Fervor, you have Refrain, plus the Resolute Ally next turn, if you want to go there.
Yeah, so this is just going to be Thane plus... Oh, interesting. Yeah, this has to be Thane plus Ally and then Fervor next turn. Giant Snake does give him a little bit of a tempo break here. But this is also very bad into the Divine Fervor that's coming down this turn, as I find a pit line for next turn, which is huge. Lets me split my lanes.
I could have even seen you play just the Riftain in Shadow and then the Pit Lion.
No, I think getting the Fervor down just to deny a good trade into the Riftain was the better line. Choosing to shackle the Riftain here, just so he doesn't have to deal with the breakthrough damage. And Baronzaya comes down. Oh, Cloud Rest is such a good top deck here.
Who needs Executes? Okay, Executes would have been... Oh, I think at this point it wouldn't have been better, because Cloud Rest comes with a body.
Go for the Riftain.
Baronzaya will heal City Joker up, but there was no runes broken yet. So healing is actually not as good right now.
And I finally find an Execute. Yeah, trade off the Riftain just because it's weaker to. Of
so
course.
You needed those Executes, and you finally found them for the 6th FGR.
Yeah. Yeah, the reason I trade off the Riftain there is because it's weak to... Because it got 3 health, it can die to Tormentor. If I maintain the 4/4, it at least survives a Tormentor. Just in case anyone was wondering why that trade happened. Plus, the breakthrough damage going face also helps. As we see Arrow in the knee. Chip down the pit line. Second Cloud Rest, so I'm just going to take the favorable trade here on the 2/1. Shadow Shift for City Talker. Has finished off for the pit line. Finds Channel Storm. Goes face to enable Channel Storm to take out one of the 5/4s and then finishes off the pit line.
Yep. There's still 9
City
villages
Talker,
left.
but we're currently even in resources, and this is a situation that massively favors the Token Crusader.
Plus,
I can see a world where I just pass. Yeah.
Yeah. Why give them
Just
cards when you can just starve them?
Yeah, because swinging with the Illusionist there breaks 2 runes. I would rather just chip 1 rune at a time here. We find a Marked Man off the top. Play it in Shadow, I think. Split lanes is the smarter thing to do here. I hold the defenses, and good thing I didn't swing. As we see a Werebat off the top.
Interesting that you kept the defenses.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why I did that. As we see a 5th Legion off the top, break another rune, go for 5th Legion, drop defenses. Likely, I probably held it just in case there was something that came down in field lane, so I could at least protect my board. Trapper off the top for City Toker here.
So many ways for Toker to slow you down, but not enough ways to come back with the card advantage that you have.
Yeah.
Also, it isn't showing because it's on board, but still.
Yeah, no. As soon as the Token Crusader draws a an assault or a house carl, it becomes a very different game. Just because the sheer card advantage this deck can produce, like just taking all the favorable traits here. Just gonna play Kiva, a Snake Tooth Necklace for City Toker, double up on the drain.
Without the drain, you would have been able to end next turn, but I could see you just put him to 11 and then go face the turn afterwards.
Yeah, again, this is a game that favors the Token Crusader. If it's gone this long, yeah, and there's the assault at the top. So at this point, I'm now more than happy to get in for damage here. So City Toker to 7. And he's got a whole hand of nothing.
Well fought.
Yeah, and assault is a rune skip, and that is game 2.
And now we go for the second match in the first round. It will be Megakut versus Rospierdal. What's the matchup here? Megakut is playing the Monk, the move Swift Strike
Yep.
Monk, and Rospierdal is on the Spell Sword that we've seen.
Yeah. So we take a look at the openers here. Ross being shown double Edict plus Cartspire Scout, and Mag is looking at Gambler, Morg Tongue, and Apex Predator. I can probably see Mag pitching the Apex here. I'd be inclined to keep Corner Club just because it's very, very good. And Morg Tongue is obviously a crazy one-drop to have, and you know there's going to be one-drops. So does opt to pitch the Gambler, gets back Ace of Strike, and a Dawnbreaker. As Rospierdal finds a Haunting Spirit, Execute. Execute going to be a very clean answer to this Morg Tongue Aspirant.
The strength of the Monk deck here is in this matchup in health gain. And then Rospierdal has, I know it's interesting to say this, but he has the draw. Which isn't something that you usually pair with Spell Sword.
Yeah, he has ways of drawing and generating cards, and he has ways of looping those pieces. So Ross should be able to generate resources. Interesting that Mag pitches the Swift Strike here. But yeah, the strength of this Monk is its ability to kill you out of nowhere with Swift Strike and Monk Strike. Finds a second Swift Strike, plus a Suspect and Black Dragon. As we see it move, plus a Suspect played, takes the favorable into the Cartspire Scout, finding a Golden Initiate for Rospierdal here, as well as a Hive Defender off the top. Yeah, Hive Defender is also a fantastic top deck here. Bewildering Speed for Mag, probably one of the scariest cards in his deck, particularly with this Dune Smuggler in play. So this Hive Defender is no longer going to matter. Monk Strike off the top as well. You can Monk Strike and Bewildering Speed here. So you can Bewildering Speed first and then Monk Strike the Dune Smuggler back. Instead goes for the Dawnbreaker.
And always takes favorables.
Yeah. Yeah, with decks curving as low as this, board control is incredibly important. Trying to maintain trade priority. We see a Apprentice Necro come down, pulling back to Scout, as well as a Wily Kiva. Crushing Blow off the top for Mag. You can pretty effectively disarm. Oh, you can't quite your one mana off with the Monk Strike here. I was going to say you can Monk Strike the Gambler, clear off field lane, and then just Crushing Blow the Spirit just to kind of defuse it.
Also, mind you, Megakut has 28 damage.
I was going to say, can you just kill him here?
Yeah, I was counting that. With Swift Strike, that's +7. With Crushing Blow, that's +3. So he has +10 damage in hand.
Yeah, 28, 2 off. Mag may be considering if it's worth pushing it here. for the Monk Strike. This is gonna be such a big health swing. Oh! Dawnbreaker Slay! We've seen it, it banished it. Probably the least impactful line of text on any card in the game. Slay banished the undead. Execute comes out. Edict of Azura, likely just going to come out here as well. And we're like just going to see a Multicard Merchant. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, Blade Slanker.
Wouldn't it have been 9 + 9, 18 damage with the strike and Blade Flanker?
It still would have been one off.
Would have been
because Crushing Blow dealt. He dealt 7 phase, no? So he would have been at. Oh, he would have been at 18.
Yeah, it was exact.
Wow. How much does Blade Slanker give?
2.
It may have been.
It's still safer like this because you can't run into prophecies, but
I just want to take a look at the actual prophecies in the deck. There's only 4, 3. Oh, sorry, it's 2. Yeah, it's 2 initiate. Is it 2 initiate? No. Wait, that's the wrong deck. Hold on, where's Ross? Yeah, 4 prophecies, 2 initiate, 2 cloud rests. Yeah, cloud rest would have
stopped that.
Would have taken the lethal. Yeah.
And we haven't seen cloud rest before, so this was the safer play. But Mag could have ended this turn earlier. It's still 1-0 to Mag at the moment. Last match was a 2-0. We'll see if Ross can come back here. Earlier we mentioned that Ross's deck is a bit more mid-rangey and cooled. Like, you would think that the Spellsword has the better stats, but Meg was able to buff the creatures so well.
Yeah. Just the move package in general from Green is incredibly potent. As we see an Iliac Sorcerer on turn 1. Opening hand for Ross. Iliac, Windkeep, Apprentice Necro and Execute finds Skintown off the top. Windkeep, again, one of the best 2-drops in the game. Very good at maintaining lane control. Seeing Awakened Dreamer for Mag. Gets it for 4. Ring, Blizzarding Speed. So this gets the Dreamer rolling as well with the buffs, seen as the Trader goes to 5.
Such a powerful turn 1 and turn 2 with the ring. You can't really raise this.
No. Castmar Scout is going to come out, and then I would expect to see a Skinned Hound developed onto like the Iliac Sorcerer here.
Ross might need to draw an Edict for the Dreamer.
Yeah, that's pretty much where you're at right now.
2 Strike and the Gambler in hand will each 1 Strike.
Mag opting to not give Ross any card here, just wants to try and maintain the board control. Doesn't even want to take the trade into this Iliac because it enables it to immediately kill the trader on the crackback. Find another Apprentice Necro off the top, so we can crash the Scout and then bring it back with Apprentice Necro here. Darkmane off the top for Magaket.
Yeah, there is a Drome we mentioned, but also Magaket had the Gamblers both games.
Yep. Black Dragon and Suspect off the top here. I think this is a turn where you just develop the Darkmane in Shadow.
I could see Black Dragon being played.
Yeah, does opt for it. Ring, Suspect. Yeah.
And Ross still cannot trade with the Dreamer. Unfortunately.
It's just slightly too big, yeah.
Each turn, he was 1 damage off.
You can execute the Suspect. I mean, you could cycle with East March Crusader first. I don't think it changes what you're doing this turn.
Now, you have the Fervor. I would have
Okay, yeah.
liked the Execute before the Fervor on Suspect because you would have been able to gain your Magicka back.
Yeah, with the contract. See Crusader off the top for Mag here as well. I think this is a pretty easy trade into the Iliac. Finds a second suspect off the top here. Trades into the Iliac. Second suspect. Goes face for 4. Goes face for 2. Finally finding an Edict off the top. Goes for the Execute on the suspect in Shadow. Takes to Black Dragon. It's surely just got to be like contract Young Mammoth, Windkeep Spellsword in Shadow.
I will see Apprentice Necro being played in Shadow because it gives you the 1/1 as well, so you can trade next turn with both the creatures there. And then you just keep a field.
Very heavily considering whether or not he wants to commit to the Necro or wants to commit to the East March here. I mean, you could also just Necro in Shadow and just contract out the Mammoth in field.
There's an Edict. A bit late for the Dreamer.
Yeah.
Everything
I have
in
2
Shadow.
Edicts in hand. Oh, gets back Mournhold Guardian, yes.
That's better.
Yeah, completely forgot that the Mournhold Guardian was a was a 1-drop. As Mag continues to go face here. It's just one mana off the Flanker Swift Strike lethal here. So instead opts to dump the hand, passes it back to Ross. Ross is now in a position where he needs to answer everything.
The Darkmane first and foremost.
Yeah, Darkmane, one of the most absurd cards. Yeah, Prince Necrotex trade goes face for 5. Monk Strike for Mag.
With the Monk Strike, it just doesn't matter what survives. If anything survives and all of it survives, then you have lethal.
Yeah, Monk Strike on the Darkmane. That's his game. God, Darkmane is such a good card.
Skips the rune, which makes it a 2-0 for Magaket. So in the first round, we had 2 2-rolls. So after the first round, the matches we have not seen was Eiros versus Endo went 2-0, and Nock versus me went 2-0 for Nocturnal. So everything was a 2-0 in first round. And then from the next round, we will watch Endo versus Core and Toker versus me. We'll be back in just 5 minutes. And welcome back to the final summer tournament. This is the third stage, the preset curve stage, where everyone but me built aggro decks. Maybe Toker because he went with Shackle. We already had the first round, so we have the second round. Here in the next section we will watch Endo versus Core and Toker versus me, starting with Endo and Core. So here Endo is playing Token Crusader and you're playing Token Crusader, so which version should be on paper the better?
Well, Endo is not on pure tokens. Endo is more on Aggro Crusader, so Endo is running a very heavy red splash, playing things like Scimitar as well as an Orc Clan Captain and Relentless Raider. He's got a very explosive start. The problem is, I think if the game drags on longer than turn 4, turn 5, I think the token deck, the pure tokens, the version I'm on, begins to become a lot better just because the amount of buffs the deck can stack on top of each other, which makes the board incredibly difficult to retake. So it depends on whether or not I have the tools to not die in the first 4 turns. But we'll see.
So if it goes longer, then it's in your favor, and if Endo finishes in the first few turns, then he's already won.
Yeah, I think so. That would be my assumption based on the deck list here. As we get into game 1 here, Endo looking at a hand of Cloud Rest Raiding Party and 5th Legion Trainer, and I am looking at Trainer Execute Divine Fervor as I rip a Scouting Patrol off the top.
Interesting that Endo decided to ship the Raider back.
I also found that very interesting. I find a Assault off the top, go for Execute on this Trainer, get in for 2. Endo finds Mudcrab Merchant off the top. Oh wow. those are 2 options. Takes the Highland Lurcher, takes the cheaper thing.
If it went to turn 9, you have already won.
Yeah, as we find Gourmet off top. I do choose to cycle off this this Assault draw too. Just trying to maintain board, like trying to keep Endo off board here. Because I know his version likes to maintain board presence. Second Merchant off the top for Endo.
And we find something better than a 6-cost 7/5.
I think you Merchant first every time, and then you just ring Cracked Raiding Party. Oh wow. I mean, you don't want me to have the Templar because that heals me. So I think you take the Templar, but you don't want to really give. Okay, he takes the Aelid Guardians. Okay, that one is too much with the Wilhelmnir. Yeah, we have Housecarl here. I mean, yeah, I can go Trainer or Trainer plus Priest of the 8, or I can go Housecarl and draw 1. Do go for Trainer and Priest of the 8. This essentially accomplishes the same thing, but gives me a little bit more on board. Find a Rift Thane off the top. Cleric of Kine for Endozoa.
And I found an incredibly slow hand this game.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't even that necessarily slow. The problem was I executed his turn 1 play, which really upset the tempo. So we have a couple of options here. Marked Man is pretty solid. Can go Marked Man, can go Defenses, and then drop Restless Templar if I really wanted to. Or I can develop like Rift Thane or Housecarl here. Goes for the Housecarl. Just trying to spread the buffs as best I can. Second Trainer off the top for Endozoa.
With the second Trainer, at least you can trade with. I would have said with the Trainer on your end, but maybe it's better to just play the Trainer than Firebrand the 1/2 and kill off the Housecarl. You don't want Core to draw here.
Well, with the Cleric, you get to maintain your. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Oh,
very interesting. Okay. Captain off the top. This is very interesting.
Leaving the
this gets punished by Gourmet. The question is, like, I have to Gourmet the Trainer here, 100%. The Crusader Assault to trade over the Cloud Rest. Draw 3, because I also get the proc from the House Crown.
And then draw another one. Or just go...
Yeah, no,
Yeah, because you need it to
board
be
position
favorable.
is much more important, yeah.
To sneak, but it will be
Yeah.
kept for Fervor, I would assume.
No, I think if you're Endo, I think just douching one of the units here while developing the guard is pretty good. Oh, goes for the Lurcher.
I could have
I
also
have a
seen just
Marksman.
going face, playing the House card first, and then playing the East March.
So we have Markman, so I can block out the 7-5 for the turn. I also top deck the 5th Legion here. So I'm likely just going to start splitting lanes. Can go 5th Legion, can go Marked Man, Defenses, Rift Thane, and maybe Resolute Ally.
Endo needs to ping off this sweet roll. Because you have Mulan near. So dumb.
Oh god, yeah, I never even considered that. I never even considered the fact that it heals it halfway through. That's incredible. Yeah, we go for Captain.
Nothing like a good battle.
So I did miss a point of damage here. Rift Thane for Endo. This is going to be in defense mode, which is probably the best situation for him. So Rift Thane comes down with guard. Takes out the defenses. Goes face with the Mudcrab Merchant. Gets his house card down. And ships the turn. We draw a
having the
wily
Fervor
Kiva.
here will be so huge.
Yeah.
Right now it seems like Riftain blocks both the attacking bodies on your end, but then there is Fervor.
Yeah. You have to realize my hand is Fervor, Captain, Resolute Ally. It's nothing but board buffs. As we go Rift Thane, we go Kiva, and we go Mercenary Captain.
And then it's a captain.
Yeah.
You ate
Mercenary Captain.
Ah.
Yeah. Mercenary Captain. Such a powerful card. Maintain the board control here. Relentless Raider for Endo off the top.
And
then we have the
just
big
needs
swing
to
of-
hold out until Dark Elites.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get there because Bulamnir just eats this board.
And then you win, yeah.
Yeah. Because I get in for a ton of damage and there's no feasible way that Endo gets back into this game, I don't think. Yeah, at no point did I have to at no point did I ever have to commit the Fervor.
I think you play the Fervor just for emotional damage. The correct
Is
play
my
is
problem.
Mulandir.
I think so. Yeah, no, Fervor plus Resolute Allies, I think, well over lethal here. Is it lethal? Or am I just clearing? Yeah, I'm just clearing and maintaining board.
Plus 12. You had 11 plus 12. 23. It would have been lethal.
Yeah, realizing I missed lethal here.
I remember you messaging after this.
Yeah, this must have been incredibly tilting for Endo to be in this situation versus a player that missed a point of damage early on and then missed lethal.
Well, at least he drew a Dushnik. So he can take revenge on the Fervor. One turn off from Ring Elites.
Yeah.
And even that wouldn't have been enough.
Again, this is why I was like so high on this specific version of Crusader. Like once you get buffs stacking, I mean, look at this board. This is 2 drops and 1 drops. This is... Yeah, gets in with the Raider. Scoops it up.
You didn't
I
break the ring
apologize.
to play Dushnik and get another raid
Yeah.
trigger.
I apologize to Endozoa for like trying to throw that game as hard as I did. That
1-0 to you. We've seen an 8-minute match, so it was a longer aggro match, and it went to your way.
I mean, I will always say it that aggro mirrors are some of the toughest matches to play in any card game. Like, you think so much harder in aggro mirrors because every single board interaction is so important that I think aggro mirrors are much more difficult to navigate than control mirrors for the most part.
You say that because
That's the
you're an
opening.
aggro player.
I mean, I'm a mid-range player, but okay.
You're a mid-range player whose favorite deck is Distukan Crusader.
No, my favorite deck is Red Mountain Dagoth, I'll have you know. As we see a Scouting Patrol opener here with double execute in hand, as well as a Crusader's Assault. Find 5th Legion Trainer off the top. Like just committing 5th Legion to Shadow, yeah. Now, there's a good reason why it didn't swing, and that reason is I didn't want to enable a Riftstain, a 2/4 Riftstain. Because if I swing and my opponent plays Riftstain and Shadow, I'm just very sad, pretty much. I mean, I have executes in hand. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't attack because I didn't want to. I don't, I don't know, dude.
2 executes and no targets for them.
Yeah. Endo does ignore my board here. I'd have a Priest of the 8 in hand. So I can just go like 5th Legion plus Priest. Gain 2, get some buffs. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't attack the first time around. I think I just forgot. Marked man off top for Endozoa. Cloud Rest is very good here, yeah. Lets him take free trade into this priest.
Now just needs to top deck the Fervor.
Yeah, so I'm going to Fervor here, just take my favorable trade, and this Fervor is immediately going to get answered by one of the 2 Douchnik Yalls in hand.
Yeah, and he drew a Riftstain to pair it with. Use all the Magicka.
We do get a Cloud Rest. I would have liked to have held it for the execute, but I think the board presence is so much more important here. Particularly with like Crusader's Assault in hand.
You can execute, trade.
Yeah. Execute the 0-2, trade over the 4-3 maybe.
Yeah, but if you execute the 0-2, then you could have just kept the Cloud Rest.
Yeah, that's fair. Likely just tunnel visioned on the Crusader's Assault in hand.
You still will do the execute trade, I believe. You don't want to leave so much damage on. This is a 12. It would be 12 damage. 11. 11. 13 with the 1-1. Okay, yeah. Trade in Shadow, trade in Field, and then ring. Yeah, you have to ring out the East March because otherwise you don't have board presence.
Turn 6 now, that's the first ring charge I've used, by the way.
Oh,
given how the hand has given how this hand has worked out for me from the start here, having 2 executes and nothing to fire them on. See a raiding party come out. Firebrand, Douchnik Yall, ping off the 4-2.
So 7. Can you do anything? You have execute for the 1-1. I don't even know if Moon Bishop is on +4 health at the moment.
I think it's an odd turn, so it should be +1 or it should be +4 defense.
Yeah. Then you can Markman. That's 1 guard, but it's not enough. So half the game time and the more aggressive version 1.
Yeah, that opening hand was not what I needed. Begin the game here.
So you pass turn 1, is what happened.
Oh. These mud crabs. As we find scouting party, so I can just drifting.
Would have you taken the mud crab, the 2-1, instead of Supremetra?
If it was me, probably not. The Supreme Atromatch is my favorite card, so
you can't betray her like that.
No.
But was it better to take the 2-1?
Realistically, yes. Let me go priest to the 8. Just offer some trades here in field lane. Find ourselves a Cloud Rest off the top. Unfortunate that I top deck a Prophecy. Cleric, let's... Yeah, Cleric, let's take a trade.
Such an explosive start and he has Ring Fervor next turn.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I was talking about, but the 2 different versions of the decks, right? Endos is a lot faster on board in the first, like, 3 turns. But once the mono yellow version turns the corner, it's very difficult to come back from it.
Interesting that you went with display. It clears both creatures there, so I guess deal 2 damage.
God, Skaven Pyromancer would go so hard on this board.
Unfortunately, you don't have a Skaven and you don't really have guards there. Oh, you drew a Markman, that's 1 guard up. But Endo has the Fervor and has the Assault.
Yeah, unless I get very lucky with a Prophecy Cloud Rest here, it's pretty open shot.
Does he have Lethal? He would have had Lethal with the Fervor. That would have been 4 + 4, 8 + 3. Yeah, it would have been 11. But it's still lethal like that.
Yeah, it's lethal. Yeah, very, very quick game 2 and very, very quick game 3. And that is one of the hands where the double execute would have been very, very good, but alas.
And that makes it a 2-1 for Endo, so Endo will be one of the players to play in the 2 match. And now we go to NightDarkWolf versus City-Talker. I am on the Shrine, Archer, Skeevers, because I cannot play Journey, therefore it is not Journey but Skeevers. And the City-Talker is playing Shackle Assassin.
I will be absolutely shocked if you take a game.
Really? Don't be... Alright, I don't remember as much. So we'll see.
Oh yeah, we don't get to see City-Talker's hand because it's
no,
you.
because it's just on my end. We have the Skeevers. I think we won. We have 3 costs and the Spoils of War, which we can't even play for a while. And there is okay. Of course, yeah.
Yeah, turn 2 ring Skeevers, yeah.
Not play the Gambler, ditch maybe the Skeevers, but...
No, gotta get the Skeevers rolling. I mean... No. Oh, yeah.
You see? It was correct.
Christ above.
So how about not winning?
This is
Just need to do screamer.
Oh,
I didn't remember this, and of course I went face. Prophecy.
Harpy. Oh,
Oh,
okay, no,
that's-
Slayer, that's fine.
Oh,
And spoils.
perfect.
Oh, and we've got Shrine.
I have a good feeling. I mean, look at this board.
This is...
Now the problem is that he'll get contract. Oh, snake. Oh,
Yeah, this is why I figured you were not going to be favored. Second Shrine. Okay, well,
please, Wolf,
Shrines...
don't. Oh, okay. I'm no. Don't be. Okay. I was afraid I'm going to play the shrine, and then play shrine next turn too. It would have been me, but maybe I thought that this is an actual tournament I need to win.
I mean, I'm not against, like, Shrine into Shrine, in theory.
Yes. At least
Because,
I didn't
like,
betray myself.
Given like post-nerf Shrine, they're much better in numbers. Does have the Shadow Shift here.
And use
I mean, you
this
could also...
as a single shrine.
Or Crafter. Interesting. Choosing not to use any removal spells on this. Finish off.
Maybe there is none.
Assassin's Ritual. Sanctuary at stop. We do get a contract. Yeah, so we're just going to probably see Shrine and then Shrine next turn.
With the contract, we will be at 7. Shrine is 4, contract 0, finish off 2. We need something. Oh, but we can't play finish off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, rapid shot.
I mean, yeah, you just go Shrine, contract, Skeevers.
Yeah. And the Skivers are for 4 now.
It's perfect.
A bit of a problem is that the Dress Tormentor is lethal now.
Yeah.
So anything that gets shackled dies, even though the Skivers are at 4 health.
There we have finish off. We have second finish off.
And if I recall correctly, we don't really have Drain outside of the Moonlight Werebats. And we already ditched 1. Okay, there is Nixhound Fabricant and Brynjolf. It's not as bad. One, two. Oh, yeah, 3, 4.
Yeah, it's a pawnbroker line here. Cauterize. You can cauterize your own Skeever, yeah.
Yes, because you have to, because you did display to trigger Shrine.
Okay, we got another infestation plus rapid shot. That's like not bad. Firebolt.
6, 10 damage. They just need 1 bolt, right? Okay, no bolt.
I'm pretty sure Toker doesn't run bolt. He does not run bolt.
Doesn't run.
No. Again,
the curve.
Towards the end of towards the tail end of Tessel, people just weren't playing like the best cards in their colors for some reason.
Yeah,
we saw people cutting harpies. We saw people cutting bolts.
Moonlight Werebat, Murkwater Shaman, Greenpack Stalker, but no ball. Still, this board is quite lost.
Yeah, no, this game was over. After like as soon as the giant snake came down on turn 5, this game was over. But we were pretty aware that was going to happen.
Well, I got what I wanted. Skeevers turn 3, turn 4, turn 5.
No. We had Skeevers turn 2, turn 3, turn 4.
Oh, because of the ring, yeah.
Yeah, you ringed it on too. As we get into game 2 here.
Let's run it back.
Opening hand is Opportunist, Werebat, and the Gambler. The Werebat goes back. Get ourselves a Shrine. I mean, it's fine. We just start shuffling an Opportunist.
What I also found out with these Shrine decks is that if you start with an Opportunist in hand turn 1, you have a much higher chance to win.
Oh, really?
Yes, I could rephrase it in another way. If you don't have opportunist turn 1, you won't really win.
Ah. Is it because drawing them late is like so unbelievably bad for you?
Yes, on the one hand, and on the other hand, it's just so much easier to trigger Shrine with the opportunists that also draw a card.
Yeah, that's fair. They're cheap, they cycle themselves. It's like having a bunch of little mini rapid shots in the deck.
And the turn 3, Crushing Blow.
That is a one of in the deck, by the way.
Let's draw it. Yes.
Yeah.
Do something thief. At least we have the Sanct Pet.
Yeah. He's playing a 2-1 split of Crushing Blow, Channel Storm. 2 Channel Storm, 1 Crushing Blow.
Alright, I don't feel it that bad.
Yeah, I mean there was answers. I just wanted to point out that it was
also
one of.
He had Dress Tormentor to peel off that Sanct Pet.
Opportunist.
1, 2, reveal the Shadow Shift back. Oh, that's hard. That's a tough decision, Wolf. I maybe would have gone with the Shrine instead.
Okay, Rapid Shot's at least a good draw here because at least this wounds the Tormentor ahead of maybe finding a finish off. Not sure. Oh, I speak of the devil. I'm not sure. Did you need to play the Pawnbroker for the draw? I don't think you did,
I
right?
did not. I played it because I needed bodies on board.
See, I would have held it because it's got 3 health. There's a Tormentor on board. You're expecting like a Giant Snake or something in the following turn. I would have preferred just hold it.
It's fine to lose a Pawnbroker to Giant Snake.
Yeah, but I was also thinking of like card economy in the following turn, just being able to trigger the Shrine. As we just Rapid Shot the cycle here. We have to go Pawn. I would always go Pawnbroker here because if we find a curse, this is. No, Pawnbroker first. Cam. Trap. I probably would just discard this.
I think I kept it because of guard. I don't have much guards in these.
But it's got 3 health is the problem. Everything has 3 health.
Yeah, but the Tormentor is gone next turn.
Yeah.
Even if I wouldn't be able to trade, I have the Dushnik. And the finish off.
So this has to be an Astrid first here, right? Astrid trade with the pet, get the contract.
Shrine first, and then do anything else.
Cam, yeah, this keeps the pet alive. We also get the extra 0 cost here. And then Trapper in front of the card draw. Yeah,
cool.
Draw 2. Trapper raiding party. Good draws.
Yeah, the good thing with this deck is that once you have 2 shrines running, your hand never does run out of cards.
Yeah. 3rd shrine.
I could see Dushnik plus finish off on the...
Of course you play the 3rd shrine, why wouldn't you?
But, yeah.
It's so unbelievably greedy.
No, not greedy. I play the deck for its soul. If you don't do it, you lose.
You're power drawing towards the skeevers. It's okay, I understand. You've got a win condition, you gotta get to it.
I don't win without the skeevers.
Yeah, clearly.
Well, it's either skeevers or just opportunist endgame, and I think this match will be opportunist.
At this point, with the amount of 0 costs we've played, we may as well have been playing Marcus.
Remember, this is the deck that the curve was originally made for.
Yeah. This would have been so much better if it was Market Archer, but no.
So I can't even blame the curve for not playing Market. I also do not like Market. So that's
Market's an interesting deck.
It's a good deck, I just thought that it's too bland for me. Alright.
No, I find...
Look at that.
Wow, we're jumping through hoops for a shackle, huh? What? Why?
I
Why
like
are?
this interaction so much. Like, no one ever removes shrines, so it's always active once you have drawn a shrine.
But yeah, but it's like it's a forecast harpy that requires you to have a forecast support.
But it has drain, and that's the main reason we are running it.
Here we go with the skeevers.
Also,
At
it
this
might
point,
be that
we're
even though we get the skivers, we won't be able to ever play them because our board will
gonna
be
keep
full.
we're gonna keep milling the skeever infestations anyway, so it's not gonna matter. Prophecy.
We got +3 magicka from Brynjolf this turn. No, +4.
Douche-Nicole. Yeah, I just need to get some cards out of hand here. Where about? FGR over top of the Spent Gambler.
I'm trying to see if I can play the spoils.
I mean, I think you can. Yeah.
No, because then I would overdraw.
How many cards are you in hand right now?
9.
Oh, yeah, you're at 9. Okay, never mind.
Oh.
There's Tormentor.
Okay. Fortunately, this time it doesn't really matter at this point. Our hand is still full.
The engine's up and running at this point.
Hello, skivers.
Oh.
That's the second one. There is no stopping this.
Yeah, cycle a little bit more. Another opportunist. Cycle a little bit more. Another opportunist. Cycle a little bit more.
Of course. And
another opportunist. Cycle. Well, this one doesn't cycle, but this one's just a card not in hand. You know, raiding. Yeah, raiding party. Yeah, so if we spoil the 4 into another opportunist, or like into at least 3 opportunists win us the game here.
There is one.
Find one. There's a chance we can draw 2 more. There's 2.
All right.
The chances keep increasing.
And
no, that's
we
it.
won without the ring. Oh man.
Again, could have just played market. It would have been the exact same thing.
But you see that? NightDarkWolf victory. This is the second time we've seen this on screen.
Oh man.
1-1. Maybe I don't go out with winning 0 matchups at all. It all depends on this match.
Everyone was too busy trying to make Thorana Ice Spike work. No one considered Brynjolf Bandari opportunist.
Because you needed Shrine for that. That's all the reason.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. We have something to do on turn 2 at least.
Anglim.
Yeah, Sid Tucker has the Anglim on 1. Okay, double recruit is pretty good. Triple recruit is pretty good. Slayer also solid. Okay, yeah. I mean, you're going to play the 2 recruits next turn, so it's fine.
I'm going to... You don't know me. I'm
Oh,
going to
sorry.
play the shrine.
You're going to play the shrine, yeah.
Yes. If you can play a shrine, you play a shrine. Even if it loses you the game. Also, we have Nixtown Fabricant open next turn.
Yeah. Sid Tucker has had the turn 4 Tormentor every single game so far.
Come on, go with the Fabricant. Probably the Sanct would be safer. Because this Fabricant will get -1/-1 by a curse, but we have Rapid Shot.
Yeah.
Finish off.
Ooh, finish off's a great top deck. So we have.
Oh.
We have. Ooh, we have. Well, we have.
Oh.
I mean, this is fine. It's still just Rapid Shot clear the Tormentor, I think.
I think clear the.
No, Shackling. Yeah, Yeah,
Okay,
I think
tormented.
this is correct. Particularly when you look at like the resources in hand, right? See, the Joker has like 4 cards plus curse.
Oh,
Oh, that's a fantastic prophecy to get here.
and it forces the curse to go on the 1/2.
Yeah, Brotherhood Slayer,
Oh,
Shaking Harpy. I mean, it's still fine.
we have 2
Yeah,
guards and the shrine.
Cruise.
Oh, Sound Alarm. We'll just keep it to trigger shrine later on.
Yeah. Oh, Opportunist, great top deck. And get that in, get that little engine going. Second Fabricant here.
It's also funny how you try to commentate what's happening, but the deck is so chaotic that it's hard to keep up with what the options are.
Interesting. Okay, Arizona knee. That's fine.
Next turn is only 8, so we can do Shrine, Sound Alarm, and Deepwood Trapper. We would need 9 for that.
Give us the Harpy.
Because it was the lowest power
Yeah.
creature, and I don't have curses here.
I'm more confused as to why they played it at all. You don't play the Trapper. Interesting.
No, I didn't play the Trapper because I want to trigger Shrines and it's easier with the Trapper. I counted the damage so that City Talker is not lethal. I believe the pose there was that I checked the list and saw that there is no bolt.
Mm. Okay, well, at least we get to clean this up a little bit. Yeah, so trade, get a
the 1/1 in
contract.
field by Toker wasn't that clever. It could have given me more trades with Suspect. Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, so
Ping trade. Do I have another ping? No, I need to draw into it. Maybe a curse from here. Cauterize.
oh, Cauterize is perfect. Yeah. We draw our 1 card.
I guess a curse would have been better, but you don't have a problem with freebies anyway. So. Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're like in a perfectly fine position here.
There is Sound the Alarm, which will make it possible to trade with the 2/2. Skivers.
No, I would have gone Shrine contract. Like, you have space to play these shrines, like the second shrine here. I think would have been just better for you.
That's a rare thing that you would say, that it would
Well,
be
it just
good to play a shrine.
It just gives you so much card advantage going forward.
Yeah, but this also.
I mean, this is also pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I mean, given the state of the resources on either side, I think it didn't matter what you really did this turn as long as you did something.
We still need to find guards because we only have the Dishnik, which will die next turn. But at least, oh, we have Protector of the Innocent. At least we got something with Drain, which means we can start stabilizing. Interesting, I went with the Dishnik instead of Protector.
Just more mana efficient. Oh, okay.
Good top deck by Toker.
That's like the one piece of burn in his entire deck, though.
One, two, three,
4. Yeah.
Yes. Don't give him cards. You've already won. Wolf. Even it's weird to say that, but
Even if you do, like, if you get to a situation where you're like going infinite with Brynjolf plus opportunities. I don't think there's any prophecies that stop you in this deck.
No, there should not be.
Yeah. I Harpy, but you still have so many ways of getting opportunists that it shouldn't matter.
I'm trying to thin my hand, if I see correctly.
Yeah, there's the third shrine.
And
There's
we
a
got the
Werebat.
drain. I did not want to go face yet because I did not have drain in hand. But I think we will just play the drain next and then pass and then start to hit face the next turn.
Keeping these skeevers rolling as best you can. Rapid Shot is a fantastic find here. There's Brynjolf.
Also, this is why some people had problems with me playing decks like these. I'm not allowed to go face, so I'm just sitting on a full board. But if I go face, I might lose. This time, I'm not sure if I would, but on ladder, you could run into situations where you start to go face and then you lose to it.
Yeah,
Since we
no, I
don't
think
have
you're
drain yet.
you're much safer just sticking it out until you get a decent swing with the drain here.
Yeah, also, my deck is almost empty.
Okay, yeah.
And token receipts.
I do not blame him.
Not a single bit. So I believe this is the first time in the tournament that
You win a series.
I got away with playing my weird decks. And it would be no spoilers to say that this was indeed the only time in the tournament where I got away. So in the next round, I was paired against Roskudal, and I lost. But as for the other matches that are yet coming, we will see Endo and Nocturnal after the break. That will be the match to decide who goes 3-0 and gains 25 points. And lastly, we will watch Eros versus Sith-Toker, the 0-3 match, and we'll see who gets 0 points. We'll see each other in 5 minutes. And welcome back to the third stage of the Final Summer Tournament. I'm NightDarkWolf, still joined by CoreData.
Hello.
And we're about to start the third round of the stage. We will watch Endo versus Nocturnal first, and then Eros versus City Talker. Let's start with Endo and Noc going for the 3-0 scoreline. The winner of this match gains 25 points, while the loser will only gain 15. Endo is on Crusader, Nocturnal is on Monk. So we'll see if the aggressive Crusader or the... Well, Monk is still aggressive, but a little bit, I think, goes better against these because it has a source of drain. And that's the main point why he was running the Monk here. It's the same why I prefer the aggro Dominion against other aggro token-based decks, because the aggro Dominion has the most drain.
It's interesting that Nocturnal wasn't running Dark Main in the 2-drop slot here, instead opting for Profiteer, Cleric of Kind, and Gavel alongside the Moorhole Trader. He is running one copy of Monk Strike though.
And that's just what he needs here.
Yeah, as you see Endo open up here with Markman into Clan Captain. Nocturnal having a Profiteer plus Markman in the opening hand. This is also a decent chance to go Markman execute the Clan Captain. Does get punished by the second Clan Captain. Does go for the ring carriage here.
I will assume this will be Riftain and the Steel Scimitar trade.
Yeah, Sim trade. Yeah, and then Riftain. Second execute for Nocturnal.
Markmaning in field is just... It will be run over. You can't Markman in field.
Yeah, and then you just ring Gambler, pitch the defense. Captain for Endo. It's not a bad captain turn.
No, and you have Gatekeeper, Clan Captain next turn.
Yeah.
So much burst damage.
Yeah, take your +2/+2 here while you can get it. Also means you can use the defenses to run over this Markman if you really want to. But you always take the break 2 damage here, so... Gets him for 3. Damn it, Cradle Crusher goes so hard in this lane.
Oh, and Asi.
Shadow Shift is a fantastic find. Cloud Rest. Oh, what could have been? But next turn, Cloud Rest Execute is active if Nocturnal can afford to hold it here. I think you just trade play Mountain Lion. Yeah. Cloud Rest Execute is so much tempo.
I say Nocturnal trying to decide if he wants to play the Execute on the Captain, but then he drew Cloud Rest.
Yeah, so it's the Gatekeeper targeting the Clan Captain. This is good. This means that the Thane can be executed by this Cloud Rest now. It's just within range.
Yeah, Endo played the Gatekeeper after going face to not break a rune, but it did not pay out.
Oh, Cloud Rest for Endo off the top here as well. God, probably one of the strongest, if not, like, yeah, definitely one of the strongest cards just in the game in general. Cloud Rest Illusionist, so insane.
Especially in this matchup, because everything is a bit bored.
Hive Defender for Nocturnal.
Oh, Dushnik is the perfect top deck.
Yeah. Trade Douche. Get him for 7. Oh, Prophecy. Cleric of Kind. You play this field. You need to contest the Gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, you're playing a Shadow for a Monk Strike, right? I forgot that I blanked on the Monk Strike in the hand of Nocturnal. So yeah, this is set up for Monk Strike next turn. So you can play the suspect, you can play pit line, and then no, you can't. You're one mana short of like getting the pit line down and monk striking.
Then you just monk strike. After
Yeah, it
you've
has to
played
be.
it there, yeah.
Yeah, you have to monk strike here because you're dead anyway.
You could if you want to play the lion in shadow and then shadow shift it next turn.
Yeah. Lion refunds 1, so you're down to 5. Yeah, you can lion suspect and then monk strike. The monk strike has to happen no matter what, though.
Shadow shift. There is no monk strike coming this turn.
Crushing blow. Crushing blow is a great top deck, though. And Nasi. Okay, just take the trade with the clan captain. Yeah, this takes the most damage off the board.
And you just hope Endo doesn't have an answer.
Yeah, pretty much. If I just check Endo's list here. Yeah, there's no silence in Endo's list.
Now the problem is, even with monk strike, you can't kill the Hive Defender right
Well,
now.
monk strike crushing blow. You have the damage. It's just 2 cards invested plus a trade.
You have to do
crushing.
it. Otherwise, yeah. Otherwise, you would be just trying to negate the damage going face with the drain.
Cloud Rest for Endo. Puts it in field.
Oh,
Cliff Racer.
Cliff Racer is so perfect.
Yeah, Cliff Racer, take the trade, and then Gambler pitching the pit line. Let's try and get yourself back in this game. Ooh, Assault of the Endo is not what you want to see. There,
Interesting that he doesn't even play it.
I was gonna say there's an argument for just cycling it, because there's no, I don't think there's any charge in Endo's list, so you're relying on sticking a creature. Finds Cam. Cam is great for the execute here.
Yeah, normally
Yep,
you will be able to stick a creature in shadow, although the 2/1 will die to execute anyway. But with the column, anything below 6 can be taken out.
Yeah, I think this is just an execute Gambler pitch Cam. I think you get in for 4 and you don't break a rune here. Because you need Endo in a position where there is like no resources.
Problem is, I know Nocturnal, and I knew that he is going to go face.
Okay, well, Nocturnal is lucky in that 3 of the 4 draws have been unplayable here.
Yeah. And Riften is still not on guard duty.
Yeah. Cleric of Kind. That does enable the pit line here, so it will force Nocturnal to have to go for the kill, but I don't think there's anything in Endo's deck that stopped this. We've already seen both Cloud Rests.
Nocturne has 19 damage just on board, 2 in hand.
Yeah, just looking at Endo's list here, the only prophecies left in Endo's deck, he's got exactly 1 copy of Cleric of Kind, and that's it.
Oh, yeah.
So there should be no interruptions here.
And this is why I mentioned the healing potential of the monk.
Yeah, again, I just find it very weird that there was no Darkmane. Considering Darkmane is probably the single strongest 2-drop in the game.
It might be because Nocturnal wasn't playing that much in the last 1.5 years. when Darkmane went everywhere. Because before that, Darkmane wasn't played that much. You knew it's strong, and the best players knew it's strong, but outside of dedicated move decks, you didn't see it as much in just tokens.
I mean, I jammed that right in Empire Aggro as soon as I got the chance.
Yeah, I know.
Get on to game 2 here. Opening hand for Nocturnal is double Cloudress Execute, pitches to both Cloudress, gets back second Execute and a Marked Man. Opening hand for Endozoa is Cleric, Assault, and Fervor. Pitches the Assault. Interesting that he chooses to keep the Fervor here.
Yeah, probably because he has the ring.
Yeah, so just going to ring the Profiteer. You can play the Cleric next turn, give some extra health.
I'll take them with me.
Defenses come down. Ooh. Defenses pass. You hate to see it. Brigand comes down for Endo. Hive Defender off the top for Nocturnal here.
Speak, citizen.
Oh.
Yeah, this is not an ideal situation.
And Nock decided not to trade in the Markman for the 3-4. Which means Endo gets the favorables on both creatures there.
Ooh, finds a curse.
Probably choose the curse because you'll be leaving 2 creatures on 1 health after this turn. But next turn there is the Fervor coming for 4 creatures, and you also have the curse.
Yeah, this Hive Defender is not long for this world. You get to trade your damaged Brigand and your Mudcrab in.
I think you don't even Fervor this turn, yeah.
No, we Fervor. It's such a clean trade. Oh, interesting. Okay, all right. I mean, yeah, it's a better.
Yeah,
that's a better
I didn't even
than...
see that. I was trying to think how you can trade down the 3/1s and then play Cleric and Mudcrab and then Fervor next turn.
Forcer into Execute.
The thing to look out for is the Anasi in Nocturnal's hand.
I mean, you take the Shield Brother here, right? Yeah. The Skeleton Champion has guard, but the Shield Brother is drain, and you don't want Nocturnal to have drain. You can attack through a guard. You don't want to deal with a drain in Shadow Lane at all.
I could have seen an argument for taking the 4/4 guard, just because Nocturnal won't ever get to break a dune this match before he's already won the board. Like, you have 2 Brumels, you're at 38 health right now. With full control of the board.
Yeah, flips up this
Prophecy?
Shield Brother. Yeah, Prophecy,
Cleric.
Cleric of Kine.
That's the least impactful here of the prophecies Nocturnal is running. It could have been the what
Could have
it's
been an
called?
Initiate here.
Initiate, yeah.
Are you just dead? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You're alive at 1. So you could, in theory, Anasi here. I would have preferred to have seen the Anasi. Oh, second Fervor. Okay, never mind. Nocturnal Giga Brain. He saw the Fervor coming. Dawnbreaker lets you clear the Shield Brother.
That's your only play.
Yeah. Just Dawnbreaker, Traitor plus Suspect, just to get some incidental healing off of this Profiteer.
Of course I'm on your side.
But you also need to play into Shadow Lane here, yeah. So you get the second Raider off the top here. Doesn't do anything. It's just a 4-3.
You just trade down the
Under.
Bruno, stop the health gain. With the Cleric, you will be out of the suspect's range.
Second Profiteer.
The 2 executes in Nocturnal's hand are a bit sad right now.
Yeah, this is exactly what happened to me against Endo. I drew 2 executes on a board with no executable targets, and it didn't find any Cloud Rests, so I lived this pain.
Discards both executes,
Yeah, it's
but
just
is
game.
dead to board.
Yeah.
And then they drew Raiding Party, which represents 6 charge damage.
Yeah. Endo ties it up 1-1.
Interesting how the first round matches were 2-0s, all of them, and then since then everything has gone to match point.
So we get into game 3 here. Nocturnal's hand, double Shadow Shift, execute, pitches both Shadow Shifts. Again, Endo's got Ring. This is not an unreasonable keep. You've turn 1 Trainer, turn 2 Cleric, turn 4 Divine Fervor. I think that's just fine.
And
Yeah,
keeps it hand.
full keeps. Markman for Nocturnal.
Yeah, Nocturnal's
he will
hand
have-
looks good too. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you've got the execute for this turn 1 Trainer. That is very, very good.
Training is over. It's time to act.
Finds a Cleric off the top. You do need to burn this execute right now because the Trainer value is immense. As much as you may want to greed it out.
yeah, but if you keep the execute, you can use it on the trainer next turn, although you don't know it's coming. And Nocturnal keeps the execute.
Goes for the Cleric. We'll have to see what way Endo plays this, because Endo could Cleric. Could, like, Cleric the Trainer bump the Marked Man, and then if you're Nocturnal, you just get to execute the buffed Trainer and take the trade into the Cleric of Kine. Is that what we're gonna see here? It's not double Trainer from Endozoa.
Which means
This is still
gets to
fine.
execute.
Yeah, this is still fine. This still gives you an execute trade line here, plus a second Marked Man. Just giving you some more defenses for either Pit Lions or for Discard Folder for the Gambler. So you see double Profiteer in the hand of Endozoa here. We're probably just going to see Profiteer Ring Cleric.
Preparations have been made. Bless us, kind. May we
Yeah.
serve you with every word. For the
Pawnbroker for Nocturnal.
But it's going to
But this
just
is
be
just-
Gambler, yeah.
Yeah, Gambler Shadow, pitch one of those defenses, and you could Shadow Shift it to field lane if you really wanted to. I prefer concealing the Shadow Shift for now, though. Yeah. Brigand off the top for Endo. Yeah, but Fervor's coming down. Yeah, the pace of this game has been a lot slower. Nocturnal actually had the interaction early for Endo's deck. To see Profiteer.
Now, in the long run, Nocturnal has to be the aggressive, because Endo has the Fervor on board. So he'll slowly outtrade Nock with time.
Yeah, as we see.
Oh,
Yeah, as we see Varen come down here.
I don't
Varen
like
is,
the Varen here.
It's a double-edged sword.
I dispatched the Leovic.
It could have saved you last game,
Will fare no better.
but
Oh,
right
I mean,
now you need more cards than Endo.
well, given that he has like the second gambler in hand, plus the defenses to pitch, plus Saran Pawnbroker, maybe he just feels comfortable enough.
I'll take them with me.
See Markman go face. Golden Initiate potentially going to come down. Might be Golden Initiate, Chronicle Gambler, and Shadow.
And you need to play something in Shadow yet because with the
Yeah,
buff from Fervor, you can't trade down the Grey Viper Brigand.
I don't know if Endo is even going to care about trading into this Varen, honestly.
I would assume that it's Nocturnal's job to trade for now.
Yeah.
Have business with House Halalu.
You can trust
Actually, it was versus Endo, so wasn't it that he had played the Varen against me, and I just went Shadow Lane and killed him.
I don't remember.
That was in like that was in Aquaman's tournament, I believe. He was playing Empire Control. I was playing Mid Zork. I just dropped the Bone Colossus in Shadow Lane and raced him. He couldn't get rid of the Varen, so he just never drew cards for the rest of the game.
That was more than 4 years ago.
Yeah, probably.
My business is none of theirs.
I'll take them with
Yeah,
me.
we see double property plus pit line. Cam is solid here. Keeps your traitor alive for the first trade.
Coming, eh?
You do need to. I mean, you can. Yeah, you just play the two. You play Initiate plus Gambler, pitch the Mountain Lion, gain your 2 health, then take your trade.
Care to make a friendly wager?
I don't like playing the Gambler this turn. You could have just played Initiate and the Mountain Lion and then play Gambler next turn without sacrificing a card.
Yeah,
Because
just
we're
play
at
your
the
top
stage
deck
you
and then play the
need-
Gambler.
Yeah, you need
Yeah.
the cards. And then the top deck, a Crusader's Assault. Which won't
Assault is
help
a
not
great top
gaining
deck.
card advantage.
Second
Another
Assault.
one.
I mean, Second Assault is really good, but yeah, I think the Firebrands are better. Just gains a bunch of health. You could... No, yeah, you just go phase. And hold the Firebrand, because next turn you can Firebrand and Crusader's Assault.
Get
The
rid of
third
the
Gambler.
drain in Shadow.
Yeah, so I can see Nocturnal just dropping Traitor in Field, Suspect in Shadow, Gambler in Shadow.
Of course, I'm on your side.
Silent as the grave.
Okay, goes both Field and then Gambler Shadow. Clan Captain off the top for Endo.
That's
Interesting that
unfortunate. Or not.
Nocturnal did Nocturnal swing with the Initiate? I didn't catch it.
With the Initiate, yes.
He did. Oh, I see. I can see it in the action log on the top. Never mind. I thought he didn't attack at all. No, he just held the attack on the corner club.
Yeah, didn't want to break runes.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I just didn't know if he had actually swung at all. Yeah, swings over the drain, draws 2, finds a second Brigand, which is cycling a card here, I do believe.
Now you just play the Clan Captain in field. Yep, trade over the Traitor. You get back your guard.
You can take the favorable into the suspect.
I will spill your blood.
And this is the value that I talked about with the Fervor right now.
Yeah, and you can just hand dump here if you really want to.
Do you have... I think if you play the Raider, you have lethal next turn.
Take a
Mm.
big weakling like you.
Pit line plus Markman and Cliff Racer.
You have two
Markman
forward boards.
does... Yeah, Markman does set up the pit line.
Did you hear that?
Fences. I mean, you can play everything here.
Bet on the wrong side. You bet on the wrong side.
Pit line, Cliff Racer to clear the 4-2.
Yeah, but it feels so bad to play
You have to do it is the issue.
Yep.
Yeah, down comes pit line. Down comes Defensor.
This is still 10, 17 plus 4, 21 damage. Endo is 1 damage off.
Three, 7. Yeah.
You still go all in.
Yeah, I think so.
You can easily find a single point of damage anytime.
You're playing Douche Nicole, you're playing Raiding Party. It's you have outs in the deck. Let's see how many copies. Yeah, 2 Raiding Party and 2 Douche.
Look at how huge that Hive Defender is.
Bless us, Kai. May we serve you with every word.
Interesting. Yep.
Endo did not want to risk it.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Nocturnal, I think, had the second highest prophecy count, just behind you.
Yeah, Nock had 9.
Yeah, you had 11, and City Toker also had 11. So he was like, yeah, he was second in like highest prophecy count, and then you and City Toker were tied first.
Yeah, but City Toker played a slower deck and I played control.
Yeah.
So we needed the prophecies. Nox's deck was just a good deck against other aggros because of the prophecy and drain potential, and it showed because he went 2-0 first and then finished 2-1.
Yeah.
And now for the last match of the day, we have Eidos
God.
versus City Toker to see who gets last.
Is this the 0-3 bracket?
This is the 0-2 bracket, yes.
Or the 0-2? Okay.
Yes, and the player who loses here, if I counted correctly, if Eidos loses, Eidos is out. If City Toker loses, then we'll have to see how the other points come out. But if City Toker loses, he has to play a tiebreaker with anyone who has 25 points at the end.
Okay.
So it
This is gonna
matters
be a
more for
very-
Eidos.
This is gonna be a very interesting match. I don't know how how Math Crusader cues into low curve Shackle Assassin.
Not something you've seen on ladder.
No. Opening hand for City Toker is Arundhany, Firebolt, and a Fire Skill Recruit. And currently, Ross is looking at Rapid Shot, House Carol, and Crusader Assault. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Assault go back. I would understand keeping House Carol here. But I can also see just pitching Assault and House Carol. Does in fact pitch both, finds a 5th Legion Trainer and a Bannerman. And I believe City Toker full capped.
Yep. Legion House card made sense because it's your top deck here, at least with this curve. And you're playing against Jackal.
I'll whip them into shape.
To see Trainer come down. Top decks a Seducer. This is probably a fine Crusader's Assault. It's dying regardless. Because I don't think you want to burn a Fear Totem on it because it just delays the problem. Okay, interesting. Well, I mean, yeah. I didn't really consider that. Yeah, you could just Fear Totem your own thing out of the way. That also works. As we see a Brewing Prophecy off the top. Sorry, it's been a while. I'm out of practice with Tesla.
I know that Eidos would have wanted us to mention the Fear Totem because
Hmm.
it's one of his pet cards, especially with
Well,
this deck.
it makes sense in this deck because you want to reuse the strategist.
Yeah, but there is only one copy of the Shrewd Strategist, so
I did notice that. I don't understand why you would play Math Crusader and not play more than one strategist. It's not a deck I really played myself, so maybe I'm not clued in as to how this deck is like meant to be built. But
I think
do
it's
feel
just
like
the curve. It's just the curve. Originally, I know that in his original version he is playing 3 off.
I I don't know if the defensive Bruma is entirely necessary. You can argue for like Seducer, but that's probably also like completely not necessary. So like you could have had at least had 2 strategists. At least I feel.
I think when he made the changes from his original version, he just cut down anything that he had to a 1 copy on the top end, and then had included more of the lower cost cards.
You're gonna see the Seducer come down here. So interestingly, City Talker does not have Dres Tormentor this game. The last series we watched, he did have it on turn 4 in every single match, I do believe. Did not save him from the Skeevers though, to be fair. We find a second arrow in the knee off the top. Firebolt clears up the Bruma. We're going to see the Discerning Thief come down, let you cycle off some of these curses that you don't necessarily need. Yeah, Chris Assault, get over the Sanctuary Pet, lets you play the Crusader as well. Draw 2. East March, can also draw your card here.
And you just play it there, you will be able to trade next turn. Although not with all those curses.
Yeah, there's like 17 curses in City Talker's hand here. Pitches one of them. Shadow shifts the Shaman. Firebolt cleans up the Crusader. Channel Storm off the top.
I would suspect that the curse. Oh,
Interesting. City Talker potentially wanting the card draw here.
Chimera, spirit of the sky, guide us. I will push them back. Did you hear that?
See a Riftain and a Marchman come down, as well as the Fervor. Third arrow in the knee off the top for City Talker, as well as a finish off, plus yet another curse from the Shaman.
but these
This
curses
Shaman
are
is
worth so much less after after the fervor has come down.
yeah. Well, I mean the top deck finish off is very helpful.
Get back to work.
We do see the Tormentor come down. We are going to see an arrow in the knee.
And double curse it.
Yeah, I would imagine.
There.
Yeah, now Eros knows the Tormentors here. This Marker Abandonment can never safely hit the board.
Yeah, but is there a Marker Abandonment that can ever safely hit the board?
True.
There is the first curse finish off combo as well. So many ways to stop this.
Yeah, I
Another
mean, you're
Dread
probably just gonna.
Tormentor.
I think you're just gonna play Tormentor Giant Snake here. Completely neutralize the Shadow Lane. Yep.
I could have seen him go face before that. Because Eros is out of cards.
Yeah, we do find a strategist.
A bit late.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, Dres Tormentor was always a very like interesting card. It's just never quite good enough. Like why play Dres Tormentor when you can just play Ice Storm?
As far as I know, there was this time when Shackle Assassin was a meta deck, but it was earlier yet.
If I fall, the history will pay.
I don't think it was ever truly meta. I started playing after beta, and Shackle Assassin wasn't really a deck at that point. It wasn't seeing play at that point. So if it was meta, it would have been during beta, I would assume.
I know that it was a Maze of Encumbrance and then DFM, and it was a mid-range version of the deck. I don't think it was tier 1. No.
Yeah, no, because back like after beta, well, we had like Corset and then Madhouse and like Dark Brotherhood. It was just standard mid-range assassin, just curving up to Atromancer, that kind of thing. Playing your Werebats and your Deshaan Avengers back when those were those were a reasonable include in your mid-range deck. We do see the strategists come down here.
Interesting that he decided to keep it last turn, but now that City Talker went face, he did play it, but it will be just eaten by a 1-2.
Yeah, I mean, the Toker's got the second snake here.
And of course plays it. He could just go face and win. Curse finish off would have been the faster one, but you have to play the snake when you have 2 Dress Tormentors. Your totem will change the curse. Yes. Saves you a turn.
Yeah, he's still got curse finish off, so it's not the end of the world. But it would have been so funny if if that cost him the game.
This was the second and the last. What's the name of Fear Totem?
Yeah,
in the deck.
that's the second copy. But it doesn't matter. The one copy of Strategist is gone as well. So yeah, that is game over.
At least you have 2
Aeros
Fireballs.
scoops. Yeah, it's a consolation prize. Another very interesting thing I've just noticed about Ross's deck is he's only running two copies of Rapid Shot. 2 Rapid Shot, 1 Scimitar.
He just wants to play as many types of cards as he can. I know you have problems with that, but that's just how he works.
I have problems with not playing 3 copies of Rapid Shot, possibly the single best red card in the game.
Interesting that he went to play the raiding party.
Watch yourself now.
I mean, just spending the mana now just to get it ready. This is also like a solid sharpshooter here. Because you do need at least 1 Firebrand in grave for the strategist.
I just could have seen him play the clan captain in Shadow last turn, and then this turn pop the party.
The question is, do you do the Wisp or the Warcrafter? Choose the Warcrafter, maintains the Rift Thane here. Takes the ward off of the drain.
I would assume this means that we will play Relentless Raider 2. Because he's going to break the rune on 25.
Yeah, takes the extra point.
Another Warcrafter.
Yeah, Warcrafter followed by Deepwood Trapper, which is going to be very frustrating to get through. Fireball cleans up the Rift Stain. We are just going to see Deepwood Trapper come down.
I'm ready for anything. Careful there.
And does indeed hit the Warcrafter. Plays a ward on the drain though instead of the Trapper.
And doesn't go face.
Clan Captain does let you clear both.
Yeah, but you're sacrificing your radar and the firebrand too. I honestly could just see Ada's go face with both. 6 damage face. City Talker can heal back for 3. This is the safer play.
Yep, does go for the trade. Moon Knight Werebat off the top
Yeah.
for City Talker. So all that work to remove the drain.
My paws are quicker than your eyes.
Does just go for the 3-drop and the 2-drop here, Stirring Thief, followed up by a Fire's Guild Recruit. House Carol off the top. We are going to cycle with East March Crusader. Finding
Hope
a
you
second.
draw something you can play, and you did.
Yeah. Yeah, takes the trade. Channel Storm for Toker here is not bad. You could also just Giant Snake.
Do you think the Giant Snake would have been better?
I think so. I think Giant Snaking, waiting for the cover to fall off, and then holding the Channel Storm for something a little bit more impactful is probably the better line there.
Next turn you could have gone even face and then played the Channel Storm for more damage.
Yeah. No, I think Giant Snake was the much better tempo line.
But it's good now.
Yeah, it's
And-
still fine. A Fear Totem.
That house card just can't come down on a turn where you get actual value from it.
Nope. Bounces the Raider, which is interesting.
And keeps it.
I mean, the Raider makes sense because the initiate trades for both of the units or the creatures here. Second Fear Totem. So we can draw a card here.
Also, if you're Ross, you're happy to see all these prophecies already out on the board.
Mm.
And I say that just as...
Yeah. Shrieking Harpy.
And
Goes
keeps
to
it.
hand. It's going to save it to combo with the inevitable Dres Tormentor top deck.
It also means that Eidos knows it's a Harpy,
Mm-hmm.
because you would have played all the other prophecies.
Snake Tooth Necklace for City Toker off the top here.
Mistakes were made.
Ooh, Fervor. Decent draw.
Stendar, give me strength.
House card,
Ooh.
and you can play it.
Yeah. You just ship everything face here.
Yeah.
You're drawing 2.
The strength of Crusader.
Yep. The aggro deck with unlimited draw.
There's a second
like I
Fervor
said-
coming down next turn, so this is City Dogger's last chance to try and clear this board.
Crushing Blow. Does, in fact, clear the board here. But I mean, still, it doesn't get any easier from here. Like, look at the resources.
Yeah.
In a low resource situation, the Crusader is going to be infinitely better because the Crusader can top deck card draw.
Especially with double Fervor.
Yeah. Rapid Shot. Cycles it off. Finds a pit line. Doesn't do anything now, but you're happy enough just to play Fervor plus Initiate.
Look at this. Your 3 costs will double trade with 9 cost of value on City Dogger's
Yeah.
end.
Whereback gets it for 4. Baron's Eye off the top opts not to play it. We find an Execute, which has no target right now. Aros trades with the Drain. Ungulum off top is a reasonable top deck.
And
Set
you
you up
don't
for a
even
little bit of
mind
value.
if it gets executed.
Does take the trade here. Raiding Party is phenomenal for setting up this pit line. Just one in each lane. A bunch of charge damage here. I think you do take the trade with the Ungulum because you know City Toker's on finish off. Does spin the execute, interesting.
Well, since City Talker is on finish off, then you just leave all your creatures undamaged.
Time to make
You have 13 at the moment. Need 3 more for lethal. That's 2.
Oh.
Do you risk it? You could win this turn.
I mean, Scimitar does it, right? Marked man, not gonna do it. I mean, you've gone this far. You may as well.
Yeah, you set City Talker to 1. He will heal back with Baronzaya.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, you
I
need
don't like it there.
you need to swing. No, on the knee off the top. Yeah, this is
murder in the air.
The defenses in Shadow will mean that City Talker can attack with Baronzaya without having to fear giving cards to Ross.
mm-hmm.
The drain on the Dress Tormentor is also huge. Just look at that,
Yeah, it's-
20 health.
Takes 2 favorables here. Lally Sharpshooter off the top. It is
It's
not
just
active.
Not active.
Again, this is why I was never high on Sharpshooter
I actually
in
think
these
the play
situations.
could have been here to trade with the Dress Tormentor, trade with the Shaman, keep the Sharpshooter for next turn, and ping off the Baronzaya next turn. Let City Talker go face. It doesn't really matter if he heals now, because he already has 20 health. But you would have gotten a card.
Yeah,
Your death will be painful.
goes in for 4.
Oh,
There was the sim that we needed.
If I fall,
Just passes. Crusader off the top is solid. Finding a 5th Legion trainer, which is also not bad. I would prefer to see that go. I would prefer to see Ross start to play into field lane here.
especially because you just got a silence, so the Dress
Yeah,
Tormentor doesn't even matter.
Exactly. You have the silence for the torment. You don't really care.
Racing a Shackle deck is a bit hard, but also this Shackle deck doesn't try to kill you right now.
Yeah, I mean, you're also in a situation where City Toker's got a single rune left. You're not at risk of giving him cards. So you just take the trade here with the 3/5. You get in for 5.
I think you also trade with the 3/1. You're not in a rush to deal damage phase.
Hmm.
Exactly because of the 2 fervors and the card advantage that you have.
Yeah, it does take the favorable.
I could even see a reason, yeah, in equipping the Sim there.
Yeah. Oh, Channel Storm is very good, though. Channel Storm is a clear here. Well, it clears the 8/6 at least. Plus the 5/2 with the Harpy. But Ross does have this Belligerent Giant in Shadow. 7/4 breakthrough. Brotherhood Assassin off the top.
But they nerfed the odds.
Finds.
My paws.
Yeah, it's just a guy now.
Well fought.
Yeah,
And that's lethal.
1-1.
Now that's worthy of an elimination match for us.
Yeah. A very grindy match.
And here comes the last match for today. City Talker has the ring.
opening hand. Harpy finish off Firebolt. Ross looking at Crusader, Profiteer, and a Dawnbreaker. Pitches the Crusader and the...
Dawnbreaker.
Yeah, finds a Seducer, House Girl, and top decks a Fervor.
Not a good starting hand, but having the Fervor, we knew that it's good because it has won you a game already. We've seen other games won by Fervor in the stage. You're happy to have it.
Can you believe that Fervor like cost 4 for the longest time?
I'm not sure if it can be said for the longest time. Because it has cost 5 for so long now.
I
Because it
mean,
was
yeah,
broken.
technically, but yeah, I played like at least like 2 years of Forecast Fervor. I don't remember when it got nerfed.
My paws are quicker than your eyes.
So we see Discerning Thief coming on again. Why are we just going immediately Shadow Lane? What what's going on here?
Too slow.
Okay, so I had to look it up. That's
I'm trying to
why
do
I
this
was
just
that's
now.
why I was being that's why I was being a little bit quiet. Okay, so
Me too.
it got pushed to 5 in November on November 16th, 2016. And the devs cited that Token Spell Sword was too strong in Arena as the reason for
That's the reason.
as the reason for nerfing it. Yeah.
Oh, good riddance.
What a time, huh? That a spell sword in Arena was too strong, so we nerfed Fervor.
It would have happened later in for ladder anyway.
Yeah, eventually, yeah. When people realized, oh god, Fervor's crazy. This card's not okay, as it turns out. I mean, it's not that it wasn't seeing play, because it was seeing a ton of play, but it was just deemed like fine.
Yeah, but all the aggro decks played Northwind Outpost because
Oh,
it was a
real,
2
yeah,
cost.
yeah.
As per this match, we are starting to see the Fervor value.
Yeah, just everything being just slightly bigger than intended really throws off a lot of removal. As we see the Firebrands come down, get in for 4. Wardcrafter for City Talker here. That's just one of the thieves.
Too slow.
Gets a finish off the top. Cycles it, finds a Brotherhood Slayer. Probably pitching one of these arrows, I would imagine. It does indeed pitch arrow in the knee.
Too slow.
Takes favorable. Probably just going to see...
Just give me an A.
Interesting, he's eyeing
Yeah.
the Warcrafter.
I don't know about that.
I could.
Oh, second Fervor.
Oh. Yeah,
I mean, you
just
can
take
play...
the
It's...
second Fervor.
I
Easy.
think you go Cloud Rest. I was thinking like Cloud Rest each March. You Cloud Rest 1/3. Poke
Second
it with
Fervor
the
gives you so
3/5.
much options in Shadow. You never lose Shadow after playing the second Fervor.
Harpy
Not with the
locks
Harpy.
down the 4/3. Yeah. Draws first.
Like, if he doesn't run into the Harpy, with the Fervor you could have Marksman over the Tormentor, Prepper, and then Bruma over the 3... How much is it right now? 3/3.
It's A3, yeah.
And Brotherhood Suspect and the Warcrafter would not have been able to trade with your guarded Rift Chain.
Yeah, so Riftain gets shackled. In for 2. Second therapy off the top for Toker here.
Too slow.
Pilfers find us the 3rd arrow, I believe. It pitches the 3rd arrow. Finish off clears the Riftain. You can shackle down. I mean, you trade with the Slayer. I would have preferred to see the trade first, so you can pitch the contract.
And the problem with this board is that you're running out of steam, and Eiros has the second fervor and the house Carl.
Yeah, so Giant Snake locks down field lane.
And all these shackles without the Dread Tormentor, they are just slowing your opponent, but don't help you win.
Yeah,
fight.
they're not addressing the actual board here. And unfortunately, you're like, if you were a point of health lower, you'd be much happier with the Rift lane here. I mean, it's still fine. You still just jam it down the field lane. Raider.
They both
Yeah, I think
win
you
next
just,
turn.
yeah, you just jam everything in field lane, or in shadow lane rather.
Channel Storm can clear you the 5-3.
Too slow.
No, you hard trade to the 5-3. You cycle.
And
Oh.
even this. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's just no
Channel-
way
yeah.
Toker survives here.
Speak, citizen.
Yeah, this is like you harpy the 5-3, you channel storm the house Carl, stop the card draw. But like you still can't deal with, there's a lot of that you can't deal with. FGR. Yeah, harpy either the 5-4 or the 5-3. Goes for 5-3 here to the breakthrough.
Second Fireball
Yeah.
and Marksman. Do you win this turn?
Executes.
11,
Yeah, you do.
14? Yes, you have lethal.
Yeah, very, very easily lethal here. FGR, yeah,
Oh,
that gets answered
But
by the
still
3-3.
exact.
Yeah, and then skip rune with the Cloudrose. Yeah, 2-1 to Eros.
Yeah.
Interesting
which-
games though, at the very least.
Yeah. And this also means that Eros has evaded instant elimination. So we'll take a look at the bracket next and see how things stand there. For this third round, we have seen Endo versus Nocturnal. It was a 2-1, which means that Endo is the first this round, going 3-0 and gaining 25 points. Then we have not seen, but these matches have been played: CoreData versus Megacat 2-0 for Core, and Rospidol versus me 2-1 for Rospidol, which means that Nocturnal, CoreData, and Rospidol got 15 points, while I, Megacat, and Eiros got 10 from this round, and Sitoker was last with 0-3 and he got 0 points. That means that in the end, I believe Eiros and Toker will both have 25 points. I will have 10 points, which means I am getting eliminated, as it was foreseen and as was the reason why I joined, so no one feels bad for getting 8th. But Eiros and Toker will have to play an elimination match. In fact, they have already played it. And Eiros won the elimination best of 3, so it will be Toker and me going out in the first elimination after this stage. And as we see the current points, Endo is at first place with 55, Rospidol with 50, CoreData with 40, Megacat and Nocturnal both have 35, and Eiros is at 6th place right now with 25 points. Now this was the third stage, the preset curve stage. We will continue with the favorites next month. For the favorite stage, this is the last stage where the points actually matter. We will have the bottom 2 eliminated after that stage, and from there on, points don't matter. For the normal stage, win rates will decide, and for the finals, there will be only 2 players left.
The next stream will be taking place on December 6th. After that, we will have another stream on January 3rd, and then the final stream will be on January 31st. But aside from that, I do believe that is all for this stream. So I'd like to thank everyone for stopping by. This has been a ton of fun to cast, and we hopefully will catch you in the next session. So take care and bye bye.
Farewell. Isto